me again. Another 1 a.m. chat. Today talk about success. What success mean to you if you think about it? My God, my voice is so low. Now I've been thinking a lot, and like I said many times, I struggle a lot, right? So every day I have some struggles, sometimes big, sometimes small, but generally I struggle with a lot of anxiety and stress, a lot of pressure for myself. And today I did some self-reflection on my own. Think about success. I even the other day I went to the park at night, asked myself what I actually need and what is success to me. If success were meant for survivability and living needs, then why am I keep chasing for something? I realize for many years now, I there is always this emptiness within me. That's why I keep chasing for something to fulfill this emptiness. And maybe success wasn't just about what the common thing you heard in society, right? Like getting an expensive car, big houses, a great spouse, have kids, a good paying job, happy every day. Maybe it's not just not just all of them. Maybe it's not about achieving or accomplish everything. Maybe it's just about living. Like even I think just now, I have changed so much, honestly. Even if it feels like I'm still struggling as much as I used to. The difference is I am more aware of myself. I'm noticing all the struggle that was not addressed. It's like in the past, I have this mindset to just keep enduring again and again, and always to a point that I'm burned out. And I wonder why. Why do I do that? Why do I keep enduring so much when some of them is not even mine to take? And I think one of the reasons is to prove my worth. Because not able to endure means weak, and being weak means not being valuable, and being not valuable means unloved. And I notice I struggle with this conditional love. And as a person who is emotional and sentimental, I feel a lot. I feel very deeply, and maybe that's why I don't value materialistic goods too much. I don't chase for expensive cars. I like design, I like art, but I don't feel the need to chase all these things. Only want something that is useful for me. For example, if I make 3D art or if I play video game, right? I want the visual, the artistic to be maximum. So I want a good PC. I'm using a GTX 1050, which is like the lowest you can get for the decent. I guess you can consider decent. Basically, you can play at the low graphic without it getting hot. And yeah, I notice if I don't chase for these things, for big houses or expensive cars or whatever, that means I'm not being, what's the word for it? Does that mean I don't have this? Am I not ambitious enough? Is it a bad thing? Right. And sometimes I think about how people live 1,000, 2,000 years ago, right? When people are still in a cave or in a village where there is no tall buildings or smartphones or all these technologies, how things would be back then. And I mean, I don't have to just go back and live like that, right? I mean, it's so easy to think how wonderful it would be, but life is always gonna be ups and down, and it's never gonna be perfect, and the grass is always greener on the other side, because that's the only saturation that we can imagine. So I look at myself and I notice how I keep chasing all these things: consistency, hard work, uh, success, money, value, right? To feel worthy. And I remember years ago when I hated myself, I would ask my friends, why do you be friend with me? Why do you stay so long? What do you like about me? It's like because I never liked myself before. That was at least 5 years ago, I think, at least 4 years ago, I don't know. But who you see me right now, whether you're first time you view my video, or you have been a friend for 2 years, or you have been a friend, you were a friend in the past, like primary school, high school. I'm not the same as who I was, and I'm not chasing, and I'm not changing to, especially completely to another version. I'm still me, I realized, but the difference is I become more accepting, become more loving, and realize I don't need to live how I perceive the world, right? The people who impose all their beliefs on you, they are just as flawed, they are just as imperfect, just as sad and confused and unhappy about where their life is. So people tell you that if you don't do this or that, then you're weak, blah blah blah, right? Doesn't mean they're right. That just mean they are applying their perspective into you. And that's one thing I think we need to understand is everyone is just gonna have different perspective, and just because someone live longer than us doesn't mean they are necessarily right. And maybe it's also less of right or wrong, it's about what aligns with you. Because in my head, I struggle a lot with morality, I struggle a lot with doing the right things, living right, playing games right, workout right, routine, all these things, right? And it's so suffocating, every day I wake up, I just struggle with the same fucking shit, man. It's like I struggle with no job, or struggle with afraid of not being consistent, starting something and never finish. But I never really consider maybe the reason I didn't finish something in the past is the same reason as now, which is the pressure, the blame and the shaming that I give myself. It's like one time I do this, whoa, it's quite fun. I do it 1 or 2 times, then I feel like I need to keep it up again, to repeat doing the same thing. It's like my new channel, I make YouTube shorts with my cartoon, and it got 10k views for the first time in my life, and I was like, now I need to do more, I need to make more memes. And I love memes, right? Don't get me wrong, but the initial idea of making this cartoon is not just to make memes, and I struggle with, do I make art for just myself, but I also want to be recognized. I want my hard work to be shown, my dedication and my art, my creation, but I also don't want to chase for clout. And I've seen people, what happen when they chase for clout, do crazy shit, you probably have seen so much as well. And now the different things is, I am aware of that could happen. I am aware that I struggle with keeping up things. So it's not to say I'm a perfect person, that I would never do that, right? There's possibility, but yeah, the thing is awareness. And even if with awareness, I still put a lot of blame on myself because of how I think or how I feel. oh, you chasing for a cloud, blah blah blah, and I start blaming myself. And it's so painful because going through with all this, it's like I'm my own imposter, and there's just too much pain over the years. And this healing journey wasn't easy because I've been neglecting myself for such a long time, for years, for years. And sometimes I just wish I'm like my friend, just chill guy, happy, unbothered, and I wish I didn't struggle as much as I am now, or as I was. But I also think in a way, as painful as it is, it's like a bittersweet experience, There's a beautiful process. I start to realize that maybe all these things happening is for me, All these things in the past, it's like a canon. It's like character development. And I just feel like maybe in the past where I thought, oh, I am odds one out because I feel more and I'm a guy or whatever it is. Maybe it was for me, Maybe to show people, even when I'm making this video right now, it's a opportunity to show people that yes, I may be a man and I have emotions, and so do you. And it's about not letting your emotion decide everything for you, because emotions are part of you, and you are your own master. And I know it's easy to say. I think it's the most important thing for me is to be honest with myself. Because if I don't be honest, then how do I live? How do I live truthfully, if when I'm lying to myself? So I think that's the hard part, is because everything I start questioning, am I being honest? So sometimes I just start to feel like maybe I could just go easy with myself, If I make line art and I use symmetry tools, so what? I don't have to hand draw every fucking thing every time, right? I can just copy and paste. I'm still doing my own thing, but I'm still being honest to myself. It's just I don't have to spend way too much time and effort for the sake of one video, right? So I think that's one thing I struggle with. Being authentic, being real, even with making video or everyday life. So yeah. Lastly, I just want to say, if I'm watching this video or any other video in the future, 5 years or 10 years later, if you're listening, future Hanson, I just want to know, I'm not proud of you every single time, because of, you are not the perfect or the better version that I wish you are. But I just want you to know you are enough, and that the fact that I see you put in effort and dedication, not just to change, but to accept yourself. And I think that's what matters the most. It's not about the ultimate final version .mp4 that you will be one day, but it's about being who you are today. It's about living and being. And I just wanted you to know that no matter how far, how many obstacles you have been through, I'm thankful that you're still here, still here for yourself, especially these few years, this healing and self-love journey. You pick that up, and I see you struggle so much back and forth, so much contrast, ups and downs. And I just want to say, you're enough, and I love you. No matter how imperfect you are, whether you're gonna die as a fucking virgin or you will never be successful. Maybe you end up sleep on the street. Maybe you get feasted by the animal. Or maybe you're gonna be like a big fat man. Or maybe you lose your eyesight. Maybe you lose your arm, Whatever it is. I just want to say you're enough. Your core being is enough. The day you are born. And I don't know if you are broken naturally, but whatever in the past that you go through is what makes you who you are today. Someone who honor himself more and live what is more aligned with himself. So thank you for making this YouTube video, and thank you for making this YouTube channel, whether people watch or not. Because I kind of feel like at the end when I'm making video, I'm just me talking to myself. That's why you see I always look at this side instead of here, because I'm looking at myself, talking to myself. And I just want to say, yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for trying. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you, despite of everything, you're still having patience with me, still showing up, still loving, still forgiving, standing up. I know it's a bit too long. It's kind of nice just to talk to myself like this, because I'm looking at myself right now. So I love you, man. Alright, I will see you guys next time. Alright, take care and talk to yourself sometimes. Maybe you need it. Alright, goodbye. Yeah.